There are a lot of developments taking place in Jamaica, and NHT had made an announcement in July. Now, is this what you are looking for in order to obtain your dream property? Let us explore what it is they have to say. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. This is where you want to be in order to get information on new and upcoming development and information generally that will just help you to be more knowledgeable of what is happening out there. And if you are already a subscriber, welcome back to another video. Now, NHT had made an announcement around July 2022, and what they're saying is that now up to 3 NHT contributors with established kinship ties may apply for a loan to build, buy, or improve at least a 2-bedroom. Now, currently, NHT's lending now is $6.5 million per applicant, and usually 2 applicants would come together in order to be able to afford a home. I remember when NHT was lending $1 million, and the prices for houses were around 2 million, 2.5 million, or 3 million. It was around that price at the time because they're expecting that NHT 1 million plus 1 million, 2 million would be able to afford the house. Now, NHT is lending 6.5 million. So the thinking around that is 2 persons coming together, 6.5 plus 6.5 million would give it a 13 million to be able to afford a home. But what we are seeing now on the market is that the house prices are usually 15 million, 16 million, 17 million, 18 million, 19 million, 20 million, go all the way up to $50 million or even more. So what NHT is now saying is that 3 persons can come together and buy a property. So who may apply for a loan under the 3 co-applicant policies are persons who have proven kinship ties. Now, what do we mean by kinship ties? Kinship ties refers to family members. Family members, for example, your spouse, whether you're married or common law, your brother, your sister, your parents, your grandparents, your biological or legally adopted children, stepchildren, or grandchildren. Now, do applicants require to show proof of their relationship? And they're saying yes. Applicants must provide proof that they are family members, whether by a birth certificate, a marriage certificate, or a notarized letter from a pastor, justice of the peace, or a declaration of common law relationship. Maximum loan under the policy is $19.5 million. So each person can access up to $6.5 million. However, the amount that each applicant will be able to borrow will depend on how much he or she can afford. So that is dependent on your salary. So it is not set in stone that you're going to get the max, which is $6.5 million. This is dependent on your salary. Some people may not be able to afford the 6.5. So whatever amount they can afford, they will lend that to you along with the other 2 applicants, whatever else they can afford, and then they will combine that, and that's the total amount that you can borrow from NHT. Now, the other question is, how long will I get to repay the loan? And this is very interesting because it's normally the loan is determined by the applicant's age, the applicant or applicant's age. Now, in this scenario, the loan will be determined by the age of the youngest applicant and the purpose of the loan. So if the youngest applicant is around 20 years old, then the loan maturity will be dependent on that. And another question is, am I responsible for the loan or just for my portion? Hey, it's a joint venture, so you are responsible for the full loan. That is what they are saying. Another frequently asked question is, how will NHT determine the interest rate to be charged on the loan? And how this is done is it is an average of the 3 co-applicants' income. So, for example, if James is making 10,000, Karen making 70,000, here is an example, and Kaden making 40,000, the total combined income will be $120,000. So the average income will be $40,000, and then that amount will be used to determine what interest rate is applied to the loan, because remember, the higher your income is, the more interest rate you will pay. Usually that is what happens, but in this case it is dependent on the average income, and then an interest rate is then applied. Now, this information may be useful for some and it may not be useful for others, because some people would prefer to apply within the close confines of their family, whether it's a husband or a wife. All right, so they wouldn't want a third party to get involved, whilst it may benefit others who may have like a grandmother or grandfather who did not use their NHT benefit, and then they can just ask them if they can use it, and then you have that three NHT benefit to get from. Or if you have somebody migrating overseas who don't want to use the NHT benefit, and it is that your salary can afford it when you borrow the amount, then it could be an interesting thing to look at. Three persons up to almost up to $20 million that you can get for NHT, and at the rate at which we're seeing house prices, it's difficult to find something that is 13 million, 12 million, 11 million. It is quite difficult to find something within that range. So I'm guessing that the 20 million, for some people, this may be an interesting information to have. So let me know what you think in the comment section, what you think about this new development, this announcement by our NHT, in terms of the 1, 2, 3 persons coming together and applying for a loan. Remember to subscribe and to hit that notification bell to keep abreast of upcoming videos. See you in my next video.